Okay, so here we are again. We're back to today in the world of twin flames now. I'm not going to entertain this or even try to make this seem like a joke because twin flames are really like blinded from the start, and then they begin to, as they grow, they begin to open up. And a lot of the relationships, I want you guys to know, they are that you encounter with your twin flame or away from your twin flame, not necessarily with your twin flame. Most relationships are separate. Twin flames do not like to share each other. They don't like to share each other's bodies. They get angry because it interferes with their soul connection. There is a real healing that's going on in this situation because they're wounded. They usually come to you wounded. They usually are not healed, and you're the one person that makes them feel comfortable. So whenever somebody tries to interfere in a twin's connection, it makes them feel uncomfortable. So whenever the person that you're with, the guy that you're with, belongs to someone else and they start brushing off and acting funny, it's because they're just not comfortable. They feel like they're hurting their twin, and you can tell when someone's a real mirror. And so, like, Quincy, I'm guessing it's Quincy. It could have been Zach, because Zach wants to know, feels like something is wrong in our relationship, in our connection. So when he feels like something is wrong or in our connection, he'll confess something so that I can confess something, right? So here's my confession. So right before I started deleting all the guys' videos, I mean, not videos, all the guys' Instagrams that I was collecting, because I was like, I'm collecting them for a friend. I'm pretty sure that probably bothers him in a way, right? So I begin to delete the videos because I'm like, delete the videos because I'm like, you know what? This is bothering my spirit. Like, even if this is for someone else, who am I that I have to keep a connection, someone else's connection, collect guys to save them for someone else? Who am I, right? Why not wait till everything is made and built and then start doing that? But this is not the right time. This time is for me and my twin to get to know each other, to encounter each other. Anybody that tries to come in between us is trying to separate us and break the connection up. Is trying to be an energy vampire. And that's the same thing as Quincy. But this woman, what she's doing, she's trying to be an energy vampire. She knows the relationship is broken. She knows it will never happen. She's trying to live in the moment. She's trying to get past the fact that this man is not in love with her, that it's all fake. It's finally all breaking through. And of course I have to rub it in. I have to rub it in because she rubbed it in, right? And so I have to release that energy. That's the universe's way of balancing energy out. It's called a balance of energy. Even if I wanted to be this perfect girl that's unbothered, I have to show that I have to release that unbotheredness and that botheredness so that the energy can be balanced out. Your voice, everything that you speak is energy. You come from energy. The spirits are energy. That's all energy. So once that energy is released, you feel better. Even when you don't want to say it, it's a form of strength when you reveal your weaknesses, right? So with that being said, because then you're not humiliated, that means nothing has power over you anymore, and it means you're ready. You passed the test, and you're ready to move forward into your connection and whatever else the universe has set for you. And people might try to get in the middle of your connection and try to make you guys be angry and jealous. This is why the universe is we're here to give you direction on what to do. Me and him are here to give you direction. If he's my twin, he could be an energy from my twin. Okay, I don't want to hurt his feelings by saying we're not twins, but if it's not my twin, it's not that I don't want to be it's not that I'm saying this because I don't want to be disappointed, but I've been disappointed so many times that being so sure just makes me feel uncomfortable, right? Because he could just be someone directing my twin on what we should do, right? And it could completely be the guy that was in my DMs, that I was talking to in my DMs, and we're just taking turns on who to discuss things about, right? Hunter. it could easily be Hunter, but if will Hunter ever show up? No, he still can't figure out when. Guess who's struggling and who's strong? Me and Hunter are the ones struggling. We're struggling getting online. Hunter is barely getting online, but Hunter is the one that gave me that super extreme burning desire. He has flaws, right? He has flaws. I don't even believe that's his real name. It could be, but it might not even be his real name. So that kind of confuses things, where it's like, okay, there's this guy that I feel strongly for, but I don't feel as strongly for. I could feel the connection happening slowly by slowly. I could feel the love slowly by slowly, but I can't exaggerate. I can't exaggerate. I can't lie to him that, I mean, even if I've fallen, I haven't fallen completely head over heels, leaning on the walls. He's trying to make me fall. You know what I mean? And I think that it will happen if it's supposed to happen. And he gets it. He knows that. And there's no need to have your heart broken. I'm telling you, the more you rub it in, the more the truth comes out. So if you want to keep rubbing it in, keep rubbing it in. Me, I don't play those games. I don't rub in if I think it could be a confession. It could be a confession. Hey, this is what we've been doing. But they say this, even if it's like this picture right here. Quincy took a video and they're saying that these videos are new. Come on, guys, we've all been on TikTok. If you're following Quincy and Zach's page, these videos are so not new. These are old. That's why when you keep up with them, you can tell who's lying, who's telling the truth, who's this. This is very important in a connection, right? It's important for you to study the person you're about to marry. Right? It's important for you to know every detail, when he's lying, when he's not lying, you know what I mean? And the one that run is the one that doesn't want to be discovered. He's not ready to expose himself to the truth, to the world, expose his lies, right? I feel like Hunter is the biggest liar in the world. He's so unattractive. He's so unattractive. Like, I feel like he tried to use his love. And I don't think it's him trying to use his love. Love is something that people have in them. It's not something that people just grab and try to use. You can't use love. Love uses people. People just share love. And I think he just saw something that set him off. And God, the universe used me to share that love with him. I don't know if I said it right. Yeah. So he can heal, right? And the universe could be tricking me to believe that Hunter is my twin because of what we feel. But he barely even has the words to say. He can't even get on camera. And I'm not laughing at him. This is not me laughing at him, because you don't know what he's going through. But I can sense that he's fucking me over, that he's bullshitting. The thing about him is I don't sense that from Zach. I don't sense that Zach is bullshitting me. I can read him like a book. Now Hunter doesn't want to be read because he knows I could read him like a book. So Hunter seems like he's a criminal. He's done some wrong things, and he knows that it's his time to confess those wrong things. I don't know what they're going to do to him. I don't know what he's done. I think he confessed to murder or something from a different, but he said that he was arrested and he did his time, right? So with that being said, I had to confess what's going on as a queen so that I can be saved. And you don't have to be a queen to do that. If you confess, your twin, your real person can save you. It's okay to be unsure. It's okay to be unsure. You're not going to lose that person because you're unsure. You're actually going to win them over if they are your person. So yeah, so they post this. Oh, this is how every morning is. Come on, you know that's not how. So this picture is of her holding his hands. The same thing Hailey Bieber did, pretending like Justin was in love with her. You know what I mean? That's the same thing that Quincy is trying to do, to rub it in. And guess what Justin Bieber is doing to Hailey? Guess what Justin Bieber is doing to Haley? He's dogging her out because he sees the dirty, the filth inside of her, and the way she talks, and how she's just not that sweet girl that he dreamt up. So he's dogging her out because he knows that, oh, so I did all this cock sucking. I sucked this man's dick from childhood. I was abused. I was hurt. And this woman comes in and spends the money that they fucked Justin Bieber's brain up to a point where he can't even be fruitful and multiply, to a point where he can't think well, where he's so damaged that he can't even multiply his funds, that he will stay in the industry and stay a slave to the industry, right? Haley doesn't see that. A lot of people don't see that. All they see is Justin being a bad guy. I see a broken man. But because he hurt me, it's hard when you're hurt. It's hard to defend someone that's hurt you, because at this point now they're your enemy. Now they've turned you into an enemy, right? Because it's like, how can you hurt somebody? How can you, and if that person is not investing enough love in you, it's hard for you to say, I'm going to give you my love when you're not getting anything in return. I know a lot of people like to say things are not tit for tat, but when it comes to energy, it becomes tit for tat, because if you lose that energy and you die, you're not going to get that power back. So it's like, you always have to be careful. It's just like spending money. Spending time is spending energy. Right? Energy is very expensive. If you notice, we go to the stores and we buy energy drinks, right? It's not free. It's not free. So you always have to be very careful. I'm mature. I'm 37 years old. I'm going to be 38 years old soon. Zach is what, 27 years old? 26, 27 years old. He's still a boy. He's not a boy. He's a man, but he's still young, right? You can tell he's became a man. Quincy is probably younger. So they're still in their childish stages where you're like, they're all they want to do is rub. But all I do is get better. I don't get even. I get stronger. I get better. There is no getting even, because we're not equal. We're not equal. So the Bible speaks about equal yoke, right? My job is to educate. And sometimes in order to educate, you have to be in a situation to understand it, to teach it. So like I said, this might not be my person. That's to protect me. And I know there's a lot of people there that are worried. Oh my God, what if it's not her person? She's fallen in love. So this guy sends me an email with his, I'm going to block it out, of course. With his Gmail on it, I had to block it out because that's personal. He put it in his, but he put it in for people that are following him or whatever, his followers. But I knew he was talking to me in code. So that's something I was hiding from. I knew I was hiding from Zach, right? And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable hiding this secret. But I was like, what if it's not him? I'm going to keep this email. And so what I did was I hurried up and emailed it. It's a matter of confession. That's what the Twin Connection is all about. Confession. So I start to, I put it into my DMs, and I mean, not my DMs. I send him a message, on my Gmail. He knew how to deliver me fast. It's almost like the other guy knew, oh, she's going to delete this. Or she's going to delete this. The more, when royal people, when foreign people hear princess, because they live off of royals, when they hear this is a princess, this is that, they're ready to jump on it. Like, because they're so after the crown that they're not, they think, but they don't really think too much. Because they want to win. They want to be king. They want to be this. They want to be that. So you have to be careful with royals from other countries. But he said he was smart because he knew that if he put his number on there, I would deny it. I'd be like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this because I know you with someone else. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, well, let me. So he put it in a way where he put, I'm looking for an editor. And I'm like, So if he's looking for an editor, it might be I could use the work if I'm ready. I'm not ready to work. Right? So I take a snapshot. I go to my Gmail. I send an email. And I'm like, let me send it just in case I need to be delivered from this love, from this connection. Just in case this man leaves me hanging because he wants revenge. Because Hunter said, all these guys, they've been dogging you out as if he knew me. And he's right, because my spirit was telling me that a long time ago. These white guys that you're falling in love with, they've been dogging you out for a very long time. Because their ego, they think they're the best. And then when they see you look good and your skin is golden, they get envious and jealous. They're in so much competition and want to be the cutest, want to be the most beautiful, want to be that when they see you, it makes them burn in anger and jealousy. I don't know why. I mean, it's like, for me, I sensed that during the dark night of the soul when I was going through my worst. I was just sensing like all these guys that you ever dated. And I met them. They only wanted to fuck you. They never really wanted to date you. Right? And I'm like, that's understandable. I'm like, wow, that's true. It's true. So I never told Hunter this, but Hunter comes up to me and he's like, they all these guys, they've been doing all this shit to you as if it's been around for so long with me. Right? As if it's the one that I run back to and say you were right. So I don't have time to fall in love, because this love makes me feel like a slave. It feels so good to be free, to be focused on work, to be, you know what I mean? You feel you feel strong when you're not in love. You feel like you've conquered something. A lot of people want to fall in love, but I've been in love for so long that I'm sick. I get sick of it. I am sick of it. Sometimes you want to fall in love, but then when you finally fall in love, you're like, because it's not that you don't want to fall in love, it's that nobody ever really shows up anymore. It's always some story. It's always a distance. It's always an excuse. It's never, maybe it was in the beginning, it wasn't that way. Of course, in order for us to be here, some people had to be together. But for a very long time, it's always been an excuse. I'm married. and or you're sick, or it's always just, and I mean, it's these are just the true circumstances that are happening. He's not lying. He's not making an excuse. He's not, you know what I mean? I'm not lying. I'm not making an excuse that you know what I mean? So it's just, if it's not time, it's not time. Just use this time to heal and to let him know that you can see. I don't know who this man is. I'm telling you. So it kind of really scares me for me to fall asleep and then fall asleep and wake up and this man is in my head. Like a TV screen telling me you're going to worship me, or I need you to worship me. No, it was a demand, like a command. And so I for a very long time, I'm like, I'm not going to worship you. Like, this is crazy. For what? Oh, you're doing this? It's not a big deal because you're cute. I was like, he's handsome, yes, but I wasn't in love. In order for me to worship someone, I have to be in love. I have to be for real. I don't go unless they're bringing good skincare products, a nice skincare line. I'm going to worship the line. I'm going to worship them, but not forever, but I'm going to worship the idea so they can get paid. He could be using me, right? But if I can run, I will. But if I can't run, then it's time to face it. That's all we do. We run. And if the universe lets us get away with that, then we get away with it. Right? You can try to run, but you can never hide from your twin. You can hide, but you won't hide forever. There comes, it's like a redemption. Not redemption, I won't say redemption, that's a little harsh. It's surrender, confession. It's time to face it. Everything that love you've been running from, this is the time, it's time for you to face it. So sometimes this is how you face it. You face those feelings, you face those emotions, because it's a way of clearing and cleaning your spirit, your inner body, your inner self. Prepare room for someone else to come and take over, take his throne.